Ava, Cami, Alexis, and Heaven, congrats on becoming the 3 seed for the OAC tournament. You begin play on Tuesday. What are your thoughts heading into round 1?
Definitely just going in knowing everyone's 0-0 again, so it's like a new season, and putting our best foot forward, controlling what we can, and not worrying about anybody else.
I agree, and I think we're just ready to go and excited to host another home game after senior day.
I agree with that. I think we are all just excited coming into the gym every day, working hard with confidence, and knowing that everyone's 0-0 like Lex said.
Yeah, I agree. I think that knowing that anyone can win from this point forward is keeping us through, and everyone's 0-0 like they said.
One of the main storylines of the second half of the season has been your blocking at the net. You guys have dominated. What changed from the first half of the season to now, and how do you guys plan on winning the battle at the net against a team like Muskingum, who somewhat had your number in the opening 2 sets on October 16th?
I think definitely it helps that our coach sort of is like, hey, you guys need to recognize that you're one of the best blocking teams in the country. And honestly, I don't think because we don't think about it that much, we just go up there, stick our hands in the air, and press as hard as we can. And definitely just having the mentality of we're going to get up, get this closed, and seal off as much of the net as possible.
Yeah, we do a lot of good blocking drills at practice and stay consistent with it, so I think that just helps us make our block continuously good.
Yeah, we work really hard on it in practice, and like Lex said, Coach instills that confidence in us blocking-wise, so I think that gives us confidence to go up and do our jobs.
I would say, yeah, recognizing that we are good at it and just doing your jobs is really what gets us through.
When it's all said and done, it will be a 10-day gap from your last regular season game to your first quote-unquote postseason game. Has this extra week of practice helped you guys, or did you feel you had enough momentum after Capital that if you would have played this past Tuesday, you'd have been better off?
I definitely feel there could have been momentum there, but I personally loved that we switched to having the week between. 1, just gives your body time to rest, and 2, getting your mind right, like building every day more and more like prep and confidence.
I agree with Alexis, and I just think it's a good reset before you face like a different team, because Capital and Muskie are very different, so I think we just needed to prepare differently for Muskie this week.
I think having the week off definitely gives us time to mentally reset and rest our bodies, and we're still working hard in practice every day, so I think that the week off has been good.
I think taking the week off gives us that chance that when we finally do get to play again, that the excitement's just that much better, and then therefore we play better, do better, and hopefully win.
With a win against Muskingum on Tuesday, it will be a Thursday trip to Westerville to take on Otterbein, a team that took you down on your home court. How important will Wednesday's film session be if you guys are to succeed Tuesday night going into Thursday?
Definitely important. I think we're at the point where we respect Otterbein so much as such a good opponent, because it's always a battle with them. I think a lot of us are at the point where we recognize who their key players are. So just taking advantage of that and rolling it into the next day.
I just think we're all very excited, because I think every time we face Otterbein, it's a really close game, and I think we're just hoping to get a win over them this time.
Yeah, I think we're really excited, and if we go in and stick to our principles, that will be good.
Yeah, I think already playing them once, we already kind of know what we're getting ourselves into, so we don't really need to take that time to feel it out. We can just go in and do our jobs.
And then finally, underclassmen, you're off the hook. Seniors, I'm looking at you. This could be it for your guys' career at Mount Union. What is your kind of thought process heading into the OAC tournament, and what will your lasting legacy be at Mount Union?
Well, I think we definitely already recognize the impact that we've had on the program, and I think we just want to keep that going as long as possible. So giving over 100%, leaving everything we can on the court every day, whether that's this practice all this week or those games next week that we could play.
I agree with that. We just want to keep winning. Obviously, we don't want this season to end. We don't want this team to be over. Just enjoying every moment with each other and hoping to keep on going.
Hitters, thank you for your time, and best of luck on Tuesday against Muskingum and in the whole OAC playoff run.
Thank you.
Kaylee, Avery, and Casey, congrats on a great regular season, finishing as the 3 seed in the OAC. Heading into Tuesday's game against Muskingum, what are your thoughts?
I feel like we're just going to ride the high. We're always have fun out there together, get to play together, so I'm excited to see what we can do.
I think we're pretty confident, get this week to come together and play as a team, and then go out on Tuesday and get a dub.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Kaylee, I'm going to look at you for this question. you've made a spot for yourself in the lineup. You've really taken your role and made the most of your opportunities. How have you grown this year, and how do you prepare to continue your growth into the playoffs?
I feel like just basically stepping on the court, I just have a lot of confidence. I don't know, I just know I have all my teammates behind me, so that's nice.
Sending it back to the full group, you guys had your hand against Muskingum, a 3-1 victory on October 16th. Set number 2 did not go your way. Looking at film from that contest, what did you learn about your team, and how can you guys bounce back and potentially get the sweep or at least the victory over Muskie once again?
We knew their hitters. We knew what they do. I feel like we just had to play. Like, our defense stepped up. Our serve receive was a little rocky, so just cleaning that up and blocking and just attacking at them.
Yeah, I think just playing our game, and that second set we went down, but I think we can do it in 3 this game. I think just playing with confidence and playing as a team so we can get it done.
When watching you guys play in the back line, one thing stands out in particular, your hustle. How do you have that mentality, and how do you keep it up even through some tough games, especially looking at the ONU loss, which went to 5 sets and had a couple extra serves on top of the usual 15 to win?
Before the Muskingum game especially, we had to talk about pursuit, so just putting it out there, and I feel like once we talked about that, that's when it changed and like the shift. So just having pursuit is like what we plan to have.
This is all them, but we just try to go after every ball that we can and get it up off the floor so we can get a set on it and a kill. I feel like being like a defensive player, that's basically our job, is to just do the best we can to keep the ball in the air.
If Tuesday's result is favorable for Mount Union, it will be a Thursday night trip to Westerville to take on Otterbein in the semifinals. You saw them once on your own court. What will be different if you play them again in Westerville?
I feel like we all just remember last year losing to them in 5 in the championship. So just holding that in the back of our heads and coming out for like more like just coming at them and not like holding back.
Yeah, we're definitely fully capable, and I think just having that confidence will get the job done. I think just focusing on our play, that's the biggest thing for us, and just not worrying about them, just focusing on us.
Casey, as the senior, you get the last question here.
No.
You already heard what I asked Heaven and Alexis. The same question goes for you. How do you want to leave Mount Union if these are your final few games?
3 more wins, and then back in the NCAA tournament would be the best case scenario.
Thank you for your time, and best of luck next week in the OAC tournament.
Thank you.
Coach, congrats on becoming the 3 seed in the OAC, heading into round 1 of the tournament against the 6-seeded Fighting Muskies. What are your thoughts, given that you've already seen them once this year?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think the team's excited to take on Muskingum again. Obviously, we've had an opportunity to play everyone in the OAC one time around, so we've gotten a feel for how each team plays. So I think we're excited to face Muskingum again and have a great match.
Obviously, each week of practice has something a little bit different. What has your role been this week from Coach Morrison, and how have you helped the players this week get better heading into round 1?
Well, having this off week compared to years past has really helped us give the girls a lot more rest, but we're working on being aggressive on the offensive end, working on our pursuit with the defensive players as well. We just been working and being aggressive all around.
And looking on offense, it has been attacking defense really that has been a priority for Mount Union, especially in the block department. What changed from the first half of this season to now that has led to a quote-unquote block party at the net?
Yeah, we've made that our primary focus because a lot of the teams we have played in the OAC, they have some big hitters. Marietta, there was a lot we had to focus on. Muskingum has some big hitters as well with Otterbein. Everyone in the conference, honestly, it's always a toss-up. So we've made blocking a primary focus. We've had a lot of drills, some new ones we've been incorporating in practices. We've had even me hop in some drills to be like the big hitter on the other team just to work on being up and press. So I think that's helped our blocking a lot.
Looking at your setters and libero, a lot of hustle in that back line. Just talk about what that means to this team and how that plays into the Mount Union volleyball culture.
Yeah, that's been something we've been emphasizing for weeks. We've been incorporating new drills into practice to make sure the ball does not hit the floor, and I feel like that's a big part of being a defensive player, is putting your body on the line no matter what, and I feel like that's kind of part of the Mount Union swag. Like, we're not going to let anything drop. We pursue everything at all costs, whether, you have a chance at it or not.
Looking back at the schedule, your first home OAC game did not go to plan, a 3-0 loss against Otterbein. With a win Tuesday, redemption becomes the name of the game Thursday. What are your thoughts heading into a potential matchup in Westerville against Otterbein, and how important will film be that Wednesday if you guys make it there?
Yeah, I think the team, if we get the opportunity to go back to Otterbein on Thursday, would be huge. Obviously, like you said, the first time around didn't go as planned, but we've kind of turned around since that point in time. So we've been working on a lot of things to kind of prep for them again. And the first time, it was a lot of close matches. We just weren't able to close out in the end. So when we watch film, we're going to focus on the main things that hurt us the first time. Maybe go back and watch film from that first game. What can we improve on to moving forward?
And finally, every team has a mantra or a kind of message that they want to convey to the rest of the teams they play. What has been your team's message this week, not only going from the side of the assistant coaches, but also Coach Morrison?
Our big thing, even all season long, we write it every game, is unity. We play as one team. We play together. We have each other's backs no matter what on the coaching end, defensive players, offensive players. We are 26 deep in our team, so we just work to have that support all around.
Coach, thank you for your time, and best of luck next week in the OAC tournament.
Thank you.